Hello, my crafting friends, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I'm coming to you live this afternoon from my craft studio in Wasaga Beach, Ontario. Ont sorry, this afternoon, too many words, uh, where I am. Might be evening for you, might be midday still, depending where you are and whether you're watching me live or on replay. But wherever you are, do say hello. Let me know that you are here, that you stopped by. I always love to see that my friends have come by, and I'm always interested to hear what you think about my crafting adventures. And today is probably going to be one of those adventure sorts of days because we're going to play with some new stuff. So that's always exciting, but sometimes what I've made up here is not what translates exactly down to the crafting. But we'll see how it goes. It's all good. Um, Couple of things to share with you. My June girls' getaway retreat, June 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. 3 days of crafting and friendship, chit chat. Um, be a great time to go for some nice walks. It's beautiful grounds. The venue has beautiful forest area paths and just lovely. Um, it feels like you're out in woodlands somewhere. It's very interesting. It's in Stayner, Ontario. So if you are anywhere GTA, Cambridge, Guelph, Waterloo, Kitchener, all the way up to Owen Sound, possibly Kincardine, that might be getting a little far, but you're welcome to join us. Mount Forest, London, um, and then around, certainly Georgian Bay area, Collingwood, um, Wasaga Beach, Stayner, and then right around Midland, Penetanguishene, up into Muskoka. I have people come from all over the place. So then certainly Barrie and Innisfil and some of those places that are a little closer as well. But it's well worth the drive. It is 3 days. So, you put a little time into drive and then you're there and you are set. And it is, as I started to say, it's in Stayner, and you're driving along residential area. You turn in the driveway, and you are truly transported uh, into the woods, and it just feels like a whole different place. It is fabulous, and the room that we craft in is big and bright and airy and beautiful, and there's a room for our meals, and then we all have rooms for sleeping in. It's all in the same building, so it's super convenient and just lots and lots of fun. So I hope that you will consider joining me for that. If getting to Stainer is not an option, we are now officially working on putting together our uh, online global retreat, and that will be July 9th, 10th, and 11th. So that's a virtual event. So you do that one from the comfort of your living room or your craft room or your dining room table or wherever you happen to be. And you are welcome to do that, fully clothed or in your pajamas if that's how you like to craft. So that is coming. More details will be available in the near future. Okay, next big piece of information, and you quite possibly have heard this already, but there is a new catalog that is going live 1 week from today, May the 5th. The May through August catalog will go live, and that means we will have 5 new in colors. So I thought perhaps today we should play with some of those new in colors. But I also wanted to tell you about my In Color Club. I am running an In Color Club again. This year I have sent out an email. I didn't title it In Color Club. Don't ask me why. I was, I don't know, I was messed up on, hey Donna, hello, messed up on what boxes created what where, and I sent it, and it's called get all the new stuff or all the new stuff or something. I don't even remember what I called it because it was not what I was thinking. Anyway, it should be the In Color Club. There's also posts on social media. I have two options. You can get the full-size ink pads, and these are the new ones, the new magnetic ones. Shall we head down to the craft space? You can see them a little bit better. Let's just go down here. There we go. So these are the new ink pads, and these are the new in colors. So we have Peaceful Pine, Golden Glow, Barely Blush, Hydrangea Hue, and Crisp Cantaloupe. And these, as I say, are the new style of ink pad. So they are magnetic. If you were familiar with Close to My Heart products at all, it was their design. And when Stampin' Up! Took on some of their products, we got the rights to these ink pads, which is awesome because they are so easy to open. They just pop right open. Super easy. And they're magnetic. I don't know whether you can hear that clicking together, but that's the magnets in action. And so, hi, Debbie, welcome. Yeah, they are fantastic. So those are the new ink pads. You can get, so this club is 5 months. Each month you will get one of these ink pads. And then you will also get some of the cardstock, some of the designer's series paper, uh, butterfly gems, some ribbon. So all the goodies, so that you can do some crafting with all these fabulous new colors. If you are not looking to add 5 new full-size ink pads to your stash, I will be making up kits with these. They won't look like these when you get them, but these are the uninked stamp spots. So I will use my reinkers and create small colored spots for you. So that's the second option. So 2 options for my In Color Club. They are both 5-month commitments, and you will get one color each month, and all the goodies, and then some there'll be some crafting inspiration and some product and all good things. So check that out. As I said, we will play with some of these new in colors today, and a little bit of new product as well. So I have pulled out this for today. This is the Floral Spray 3D embossing folder. Oh, how well you can see it there. Do I even have a plain piece of it anywhere? I have this one. I started on this, but it's okay. You can see. Can you see that? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Look at that beautiful flower there. This is actually part of the Lily of the Valley suite. This is not a Lily of the Valley flower, nor are some of these, but these are, I don't really have them in the part that I embossed, but there are some Lily of the Valley flowers there. Actually, you can see them here, can't you? So there's some there. And I'm not sure about where you are, but where I am, the Lily of the Valley is coming up, but it is not blooming yet. So it's coming. My mother's birthday was May 22nd, and Lily of the Valley was her favorite flower. And uh, they always bloom on her birthday. So that's kind of a really special thing for me now, since my mom is no longer with us. So that's something that I look forward to every spring. But they're just such pretty flowers, and they smell divine. I love Lily of the Valley. So I thought I would start by playing with this. And this is where the adventure begins, okay? You know me. I have an idea. Okay, here is the piece. This is the two-tone corset. This is Peaceful Pine. So this is one of the new in colors. And hopefully you can see that this side is much lighter than this side. And I have embossed it with that embossing folder. And now I am going to grab some sandpaper. And this is not a new technique. We did this when we first got the two-tone cardstock, because the two-tone cardstock is white core paper. So when you sand it, you expose the white inner core. If you sand regular cardstock, you'd just rough it up and make it kind of fuzzy, because our standard cardstock is solid color, so it's colored all the way through. This one is a little bit messy, so I am just going to take a moment and try and gather up some of this dust. This might be the easiest way. Just keep some of this off the floor, out of the air, whatever. Maybe. A definite maybe. And then a perhaps not as well. So now we have the dark green background and white highlights. Here he comes, folks. There. Oh, it's the little guy. Felix, say hello and then move on, okay? Nobody needs you crafting with us. Thanks for stopping by. They sleep all day until they know I'm almost ready to go live, and then they make their appearance. And no, it is not dinner time. All right, so that's a super quick and easy technique. You may have noticed that I was using a Stampin' Up. This is just actually a little hunk of foam, but it has Velcro on it, and the sandpaper has Velcro on the back, so it sticks nicely. I should do one of those, quit while you're ahead. I just thought that I used the large area, and this might get into some of the smaller bits a little bit more. Anyway, this was a Stampin' Up product from a number of years ago, but you don't need this for this technique. You can use any sandpaper. You can just use a wooden block. You can just use the piece of paper if you want. I just like to have it on something sort of solid, flat and solid, I guess. But it doesn't need to be that one. And there were a couple, depending on how long you've been around with Stampin' Up. This was also a sanding block. This one's very smooth there. And once this one is fully used, then I think it's trash, because I guess you could glue more paper onto it. But anyway, there have been a couple over the years. But as I say, you don't need a Stampin' Up tool to do that. You just need some sandpaper to take some of the top layer off and expose the white. Okay, let's turn this into a card, shall we? So I have pulled out, I thought about using the Lily of the Valley stamp set, but then I want a small sentiment, because I don't want to hide too much of this. This is too much loveliness. So then I went to the banner sayings, and I'm going to use the thanks a million, because I always need thank you cards. So, okay. Whoops. I think I'm gonna stamp this with Peaceful Pine. See how it goes. And I have a few different things that I can stamp here. This, so this is from the triple, it's triple? I don't think it's three. But I was calling it something not quite right. The little banner punch. I think it's triple. Could have a different name. Three banner. For some reason I want it. I think it's a 3 something. But anyway, that's the one. So that's where that was from. So that is Golden Glow, which I'm going to use for my card base. Oh, and I'm gonna need to trim this a little bit because I was thinking this might look nice on a layer of the back of the two-tone cardstock. And I wasn't sure what I wanted, so I also did white. Oh, and then I also have a little piece, and I haven't punched this yet, but this is the two-tone cardstock once again, and just going to stamp it on the light side just to see how that looks. And we can decide what we want. Okay. Oops, it's probably just about out of camera, isn't it? Okay, put the lid on that, and I can bring these down. So you can have a little look at those and let me know if you think you have a preference for the, this is actually Peaceful Pine, Golden Glow or white. Looks like I have sanding dust on that one. All right, let's fold this card base. This is just a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then this piece is 5 1/4 by 4, so that's a standard layer. But I had cut my original piece of cardstock at 5 1/4 by 4, so I just need to trim this guy because right now he's the same size. So I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of this side and 1/8 of an inch off of this side. You like the Peaceful Pine, Debbie? Okay. We will we'll put that on here first and see what we think. Okay, and then I think I might take the whole 1/4 inch off the top of this one because this flower was perhaps just a little bit higher than I kind of wanted it. So I don't want to take anything off of the bottom. Okay, and because this is embossed, I am going to adhere it with my liquid glue just so it gets into all the crevices. Oh, right. Put the lid on the glue. Then we'll put this onto our card base. Do you like the two-tone cardstock for the Peaceful Pine and Hydrangea Hue are both quite different, front and back, light and dark. That makes any kind of sense. Here's just a little sample of the Hydrangea Hue. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then whoop, hard to see on camera, and I only have the one little piece here, but they both they're both quite different, which means they'll be awesome for layering, card making, and scrapbooking, and all the things. Okay, so you said Peaceful Pine, so that would be this one. You just hold that up. I like this, but I'm not sure there's enough contrast. There's the Golden Glow. That certainly, oh, look who's back. Hello, sir, Felix. Okay, let's just do this. Dad's not here right now, so Mom's the only entertainment. And there's the white. Which kind of picks up the white of that. I actually kind of think I like this one. So the other thing we could do is sort of do this as a double layer like that. That could be, yes, maybe Golden Glow. Yeah, it gives that little bit more contrast, doesn't it? But here now, just to confuse the issue, I like the Golden Glow, but there it is on there, and then we've still used your Peaceful Pine sentiment. So there's one option, the two. And the other one is to just go with, oh, I think I like them both. Do you like them both? Do you like them layered? I think that's kind of a nice look because this is nice on here, isn't it? And I like this color, but it just needs that little bit of contrast, I think. So let's here's our compromise, Debbie. We'll do your banner and my banner. So we both get to have the ones we were leaning towards. There we go. So I'm just gluing these two together. And then I'm going to put them on as one piece using dimensionals. Put that over. It's quite straight, does it? Does it look crooked on the front? Doesn't really look crooked on the front. Oh, maybe slightly. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Let's put a couple dimensionals on here. Get this onto the card. Whoop. We should put it right side up. There we go. And then gems. I really like these. These are the new in color dots. And it's all the new in colors. They're very shiny. And they're two sizes. Lots of shine. Super fun. So let's just put some of them onto our card and enjoy them further. Where did that guy go? Just wrapped himself right around my take your pick tool. There we go. All righty. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it. Okay. So then I was thinking, okay, rather than using two-tone paper and sanding it, what about embossing it and then you know how you cover over with white ink? Unfortunately, I don't know where my white craft ink pad is. It might have gone to the cottage because I did send some my ink rack to the cottage with MSH the other day. And I don't know that it was in there, but it's not in my regular ink. So then I pulled out I have white StazOn, but I have not used that one for quite some time. And so it was dry, but that's okay because I have a refill. Well, the refill is perhaps a little bit old and it was perhaps a little bit thick. But I knew it was going to take some time to dry. So I did actually do this one in advance. And this is what we got. And when I first did it, I really didn't like it. But you know what? As it's drying, It's okay. It's oh, it is dry. It's shiny ink. Looks like it's still wet there, but um so it's not as bad as I thought, but it was quite thick going on. So don't think I'm going to make this into a card just yet. Jury's a little bit out, but I think I like it, but I'd like to do it with my craft white ink just to see if it looks different. So we're going to move on from that one. And then I was thinking, well, what about this? We have new gel pens, which is very exciting, I think. And so I thought, what about outlining with the white gel pen? And so just so you don't have to watch me do a whole card, I did start on this, um, but I didn't finish it. So you just take the white gel pen. These are in the new catalog, so you will see them. And you just go around the embossed area. Super simple. You just sort of let your pen glide along the raised part. And you can do as much or as little as you like. My lighting for this is not good. I haven't played with this enough to know. They call it a gel pen. It almost feels like a fine tip marker, but I'm not sure if that's because it's a gel pen, but it's very smooth and flowy. So I think it's gonna be great for quick. Oh, look, it's Oscar. Okay, you need to back off. Say hi to Kathy while you're here, because she always likes to see the two of you. Your brother was here earlier. And now thank you for stopping by, Oscar. There you go, Kathy. That was for you. And hopefully hopefully they will leave us alone now. Probably should have done. Oh, Oscar, no, don't make me get up and lock you out of the room. Yes, he's back. Okay. There's a lot of leaf parts on this one. Now he's up on my shoulders. At least he doesn't get in the way of the camera there. I suppose it's my fault for bending over my work area. Okay, and then I was thinking maybe I should do a little bit of the detail in here. So let's just do some of this. And again, I am just following the raised portions that the embossing folder created. So you don't have to be an artiste for this, which is good because I am not. My problem will become I don't know at what point to stop with the detail and just let it be. Okay, that's the center. You want to do that. Just fill that in. Maybe fill all these in. Oh, I forgot to even outline this one. We don't like this. We won't turn it into a card. We have options. This is the adventure, right? I did warn you, right? Um, new product, always an adventure. I don't know. Could be okay. Well, there. What do you think of that? Yes? No? Maybe? I think think this would look really nice if I did it on the part of the embossing folder that has the lily of the valley and outline those. So that might be the next project. But I didn't emboss that part. I was focused on the main, the big flower in the center of the embossing folder. So anyway, shall we turn that into a card? I think it will be okay. All right. And I think I cut this one smaller. Yes. But I don't know. I didn't cut a layer. I can make a layer. Oops, no, I can't. Goodness, I did not, what do I have for a layer here? Well, I do have other cardstock here. Just not necessarily the right colors, the right pieces, so I have Golden Glow. I could do a layer of this and then cut another card base because this is just regular cardstock. I thought it was two-tone, but it is not. So we could do that. We could do a wide layer and a narrow layer. Well, that might be interesting, eh? Should we give that a go? Maybe? Let's give it a go, shall we? See? The adventure. The adventure begins. So this needs to be 5.5. Oh, did I? Okay, and then we need to score it. So make sure you move the cutting blade out of the way. Score it at 4.25. Blade is not down in the trunk quite all the way. Just going to make cutting a little bit funky. There we go. Okay, so there is a card base. And then I think we will do this at 5 and let's go 5 3/8. Oof. By 4 1/8. And then, does that give us a large enough? I might need to trim this a little bit. Yeah, I think I want this a little bit smaller as well. So let's take, this is 5. Let's take another 1/8 of an inch off of here. To start anyway. Start small, right? You can always take more off. You can't put it back on. And this is 3 3/4, so we're going to take 1/8 of an inch off of that. Okay. That will give us a larger border of the Golden Glow. I don't think that's too large. See whether we want to make it even a little bit larger. This is going to be quite narrow. What do we think? Are we good there? Do we need, how much basic white do I have around? Oh, that's an envelope. Okay. Look, I have 3 envelopes. I probably have 4 envelopes, actually. Yes, I do. From my card class, still sitting here. Put my kits in it, but usually, okay, Oscar, it's not dinner time, contrary to what you wish. These are not going to be large enough. I was thinking maybe a a narrow white border before the golden glow. Should I grab a piece of white? Let's see the adventure. The that's just regular paper. Okay. Perhaps you can just hang out with Oscar for a moment, and I shall return. Okay, Oscar, thanks for entertaining everyone with your hind quarters there. You can move on now. And uh, so if we don't like the white, will it be too big if I cut this down a little bit more? An interesting question. Maybe I'll cut the white first and then we'll see. So this is 4 1/8, isn't it? 4 1/8. Is that right? No, 4 7/8. 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Okay. So what do we think? This. Very small border of white all around. I think that might work, eh? Okay, so we're going to cut this again. I'm going to take another 1/8 inch off of here. Where are we? Go to 3.5. And this side, 1 7/8. So go to 3/4. Okay, let's see what happens when we put this together. So there's the white, and that will go on to the golden glow, and that will go on to the peaceful climb card base. I suppose the other alternative we could go right to have another. Oh, but I had a second. I do. Ah, nobody panic. It was just hiding. We went because I've added another layer now. We could possibly go back to the golden glow card base and do it this way. She says. Then I think we want golden glow for the sentiment again, don't we? It's okay. We can punch more of those and step. The white makes it pop. Ah, yes, that's what I was hoping. Excellent. Thanks, Debbie. Okay. Do you go by Deb? There we go. Okay. Lost my ink. Okay, let's put this together, shall we? You go by anything. Debbie, Debs. Oh, I like Debs. That's fun. Nice. All right, just said Deb, and it's like, oh, it says Debbie on the screen, and I don't know. Some people, they have a name, and that's the one that they like. And then some of us are like, well, there's a lot worse things you could call me, isn't there? So, but it's our name, so I always try to be respectful of what people like or don't care for. Okay, should we get this on one side up? I like a large border every now and again. Standard border is always lovely, but sometimes changing up your borders, it adds a little different interest to the color, doesn't it? We want this on the top or the bottom? Maybe the top this time, eh? Just to be different. Dimensionals. And this one, I think I need to use these because this one is only single. It's not quite as wide as our last sentiment piece. And we don't want dimensionals sticking out. Go. And then, of course, we need some gems. Always gems, right? Hmm. There we go. Okay. I think it works. You're right, Debbie, though, the white does really, it's good with the white because it's white lines here and it's a narrow line there. I think that's how it all comes together. It's my story. I'm going to stick with that. Uh, okay. Get some of these things out of the way here. Down. We'll come back in here when I find the right button. There we go. All right. So there's a couple of different cards using some new in colors and a new embossing folder and a new gel pen and a couple different techniques. Wow, we did it all today. And we had a few visits from the cats. So, oh, thanks, Deb. I'm glad you like the cards. Uh, yes, that's what I have for you today. Uh, Sorry, just trying to see what it says here. Okay. Um, you're very welcome. Today's Tuesday. I will be back on Thursday. Oh goodness. For Connie's craft along. And there's one last goodbye from Oscar. Yes, we can go get dinner in just a moment or two, Oscar, but you're standing on the cards right now. So keep it moving. Look at the mess you've made. Oh dear. All right, we'll just straighten this stuff out again. He'll come up onto my shoulders and he wants down because he's trying to be a pest because he's trying to tell me that it is dinner time. It's only 4:45. It's not quite dinner time anyway. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed these cards. Give them a try. Look for the new In Colors coming to you live on May the 5th. And if you are interested in my In Color Club, reach out if you have seen the flyer on social media or got the email and you want to join. There is a sign up form in there. But if you are having trouble finding it or anything, just reach out to me and let me know, and I will get you connected and we will go from there. Take care, everyone. We see you all again really soon. Bye for now.